Hey friend, I'm Jo Gillan, your hairdresser hype girl and certified health coach. Welcome to the Energized Hairdresser Podcast, where we help stylists go from exhausted to energized through real talk about wellness, mindset, fitness, and life behind the chair. Tune on in, dive in, and let's rise above and become the Energized Hairdresser. Welcome back. All right, here we go. Episode 3. How to survive the holidays without burning out behind the chair. Holy cow. I can't believe that. Okay, so at the time of this recording, it's October, but I cannot believe that we are so close to another holiday season. And it's just insane to me how quickly time goes by. I know that life goes by quicker as you get older, but golly. Anyway, so welcome. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about your energy, your mindset, wellness throughout the busy holiday season. So, this might be a good one to kind of either take notes, file away. I want to get your brain thinking about how to dive into the holiday season without burning out and without ending up like that meme that kind of floats around on Facebook, you know, there's after the busy season, they're all on the floor. We don't want that. We're not going to do that this year. Okay. As we get started, I'd like to just kind of check in. I want you to think about some things that are going well in your life. When I connect with my coaching clients one-on-one, I always want to start with what's going well, because when we appreciate what is going well, then we can get into the mindset of appreciating more. It's so easy to always just think about what's not going well and what we want to improve upon, but I want to talk about what's going well. I mean, my children and I were on fall break this week. The weather has been beautiful. So I'm in central Indiana and starting to feel like fall. I was able to make my first batch of soup. Well, I kind of pushed it, but my first official batch of a nice fall soup this week. It was great. And my children, so I am in my 3rd year of homeschooling, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but yet, it kind of fits in because most likely we're all juggling multiple things in life. So, yeah, we're on fall break. It's been nice to kind of just have a different schedule. We went on a hike on Monday. So here we are. So I want you to think about what's been going well in your world. What are you proud of? And shoot me that in a DM. Send that to me on the Instagram or the TikTok. Can you send DMs on TikTok if we're not friends? But you should follow me and then we'll be friends. But yeah, I've been diving into TikTok a lot. And then I'm like, well, I'm already doing TikTok. I might as well do Instagram. Woof. Marketing. We'll talk about marketing next year, but and how that can drain our well-being, but also how we can do it strategically. Yeah. Yeah, holiday season. It's in full swing at the time of this recording. I have started prepping my holiday season in the salon, but we're going to talk about some tips, what we can do to kind of forecast your holiday season. So yeah, it is the season of peppermint mochas and panic booking, if we will. I'm right there with you. So we're going to map out some holiday time. Okay. And we're going to take this from at the time of this recording to the end of the year, 2025, because that's holiday season. October 31st starts, most wonderful time of the year. Is it the most wonderful time of the year? I don't know. It is pretty cozy. So we're going to see how we can make this a little bit easier for you. So today, let's talk about how to survive the holidays behind the chair without losing your mind. And we cannot forget about Thanksgiving too, because that's a thing. So let's think about our own life. I'm kind of going off script here, but I think that's fine. I want you to put this into 2 camps in your brain. We have our home world and we have our work world, right? And our health is going to live in that home life world. So, grab yourself a warm cup of coffee. You can listen to this again. I'm going to ask a lot of questions so to get you thinking. Okay. So let's first kind of talk about the salon. What is your typical holiday like? What have you done in the past? And what do you want to do different in the future? What's really going on here? Oh man, in the peak of my holiday struggle, I just was like busy. I don't know if I ever experienced a holiday like they did circa the 90s, right? And shoot, some of you might not have even been born. Some of you have. I don't know. Like I've said this so many times. I started doing hair in 2002, and the people who taught me were like in there. And I guess like back then, you used to go, like holiday parties were a thing, like people got dressed up. I have been to one winter party. That was fun. But it was like I get like and plus like I've made my career so much different now, which is fine. Okay, so let's think about it. Long hours, people want to get in, right? Skipping meals, late nights, messages. And then what's going to go by the wayside? Probably your nutrition, probably your social media. And then we're going to like stress on how do we shoot? We got to like shop. I mean, when I would look back and I would not forecast, I wouldn't look ahead. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to talk about looking ahead and normalize like this happens to everyone. Sometimes you don't think about looking ahead, but we really need to do that. I want to challenge you today. Have you ever looked up in December and you're like, holy cow, Christmas is in like 3 weeks. I haven't bought a single gift. I'm so focused on work. I haven't like been outside in the sun because now it's dark. My gosh, once the time changes, it's like dark in Indiana at like 5. And like I haven't even like I feel like haven't even had a meal, right? Or like I'm just so busy that I'm just like throwing food away, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Okay, so in September, I started booking out my every 4-week people. Okay. And I was like, okay, things are going to get busier. I've really narrowed my schedule down to like, ideally, I work like Tuesday, Wednesday, every other Friday, and Saturday. And I work from like 1 to 5. Okay. And I'm like, okay, so these people are going to get filled up. Okay. So I went ahead and I booked out all of my regulars because I kind of have an age range. And then, so I give you permission to like look at your books. Who do you need to reach out to and go ahead and schedule their appointment? If you have that librarian that works at the school who she's probably going to want to get her hair done and you don't see her on the book, this is your season to get a little bit proactive. This is your time to kind of like look who you're probably going to want to see and then get them in, right? You reach out to them, fill in those gaps, right? And this is between now and then because really like, Christmas is in like 60 days. I mean, it's where we are right now. Okay. And then I also want you to kind of look at your books and go, okay, what do I need for my home life? Right. And this might even be something that we could do before you look at your salon books. You could plan out your home life first. Think of when is your Thanksgiving? Okay. When are you going to have your Thanksgiving? Do you like to cook food for Thanksgiving? All right. So go ahead and put that in your salon calendar. Again, Gloss Genius is what I use. And so I'm blocking out the day before Thanksgiving. I will make my famous orange rolls during the day. There were many a years where I would make these 5-hour rolls at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night because I wouldn't think about when they needed to be made. What kind of food do you want to make for the holiday season? What kind of candy do you want to cook? Like I am crazy. When are you going to like bake cookies with your kids? Are you going to do like family movie nights? Right? These are the things to kind of think about. The other kind of thing is like what kids' activities need to happen. So reach out to teachers. Like, is there a choir concert? Is there a musical concert? Is there like an after school program? Will your children have like class parties that you might want to volunteer for? Because that's the beauty of our industry. We can do that. So those are some things that let's forecast now and block those out. When are you going to do your Christmas shopping? Okay. So again, we have the salon world. Who do we need to get in? We have our home world. What activities need to happen? So those are some two camps that you can kind of think about this in your brain and plug that into your calendar now. Okay. This will help reduce some panic because you are booking your life first. That's the first thing we have to do. I know we're so caught up on like making the money, doing this thing, seeing the people, but if you book out time for you, then you have a little bit of balance, which is the beautiful word that we all want to have. Okay. So again, kind of going back to what happens when we're stressed. I went into this a little bit in episode 2, but stress really drains our energy. It's going to throw off our hormones. We're going to live in that fight or flight, and we need to kind of protect that a little bit. So when we're living in this stressed state, you're going to burn your energy faster than actually work itself. And then are we going to do our best work? Right? So the connection of nutrition, wellness fuels our creativity. It fuels our focus. It fuels our connection with our clients a lot deeper than we realize, right? So making sure you're prioritizing meals, lunches, fueling, hydration, and a little bit of rest. And I'm not talking like vegging on the couch all day long. I'm talking like scheduling, a 15-minute time in your day where you can sit down. All right. This is kind of a good thing too to have on hand, even as it gets busier. And like, say you work in a salon area, say like you work in a group, maybe connecting with your other stylists of like, all right, who's going to bring in some snacks so we can have some high quality food in here. So we're going to stay hydrated. We're going to stay fueled. Okay. This also too, every time, this is so much more practical than where we're going, but like look at the time that you shampoo. I have found that the shampoo is the first thing that I rush through, but it's the thing that the clients look forward the most. That could be your time to like break, right? You give them a nice shampoo. Yeah, you're doing something, but it's a time to take some breaths, kind of release. It's your like a mini nervous system reset. So we're going to habit stack that and connect your shampoo time. It's a time to just kind of deep breath, let it out. Okay. The whole objective here is to help you fill your cup. And really, the best way to do that is to forecast. Look ahead a couple weeks and to find out what you need. Block that out now and then fit in your people. Okay. So the mental side, this is up to everyone and boundaries are a thing. But when it comes to the holiday season, you have a lot going on, as does everyone else. So we do live in a world of technology and people can text you at any point in time. That's the beauty of it. But you don't have to answer, right? So if you have salon hours and you say, I'm not going to respond to this person after 9 p.m., I mean, I might be in bed by then, but like you can text them, like you just text them back the next day. Like, so cut off those messages. Let someone respond. I mean, let someone reach out to you, but you don't have to respond during this time. You can set aside some time when it works for your schedule. I kind of look at when people message me that late, I think of, okay, what kind of mind frame am I in? How am I going to respond to this? Do I want to talk to this person? And then there's no rule that you have to respond to them right away. So give yourself that permission. And the other part of this is like, we're going to protect that mealtime. We're going to protect those breaks. I think it's like Kendra, the lazy genius. I've never done this, but I feel like it could be a good idea, like between, middle of November to the new year. You could plan out your meals at home and say, okay, Monday's a crock pot night. Tuesday's is like Asian night. Wednesday's curry. Thursday's Mexican. Friday's pizza. Like kind of build in a rhythm for how you're going to feed yourself, because holidays also kind of suck because you're like hemorrhaging money. You're spending all this money everywhere else. Let's not spend it on takeout, but we're going to do takeout because it's quicker. Or let's just do it strategically, right? So because we have to fuel ourselves, right? That's what when you are sitting down and thinking of these things, think of what do I want this holiday season to look like? What's going to be my biggest goal? And where am I going to fit things in the rest of the time? Like my biggest goal this year was to lose 40 pounds, right? So if that's my goal, then I'm going to make sure that that's the priority. And then everything else falls into place, right? My second goal was to start this podcast. So here we are. So filling in that time. Okay. So busy doesn't necessarily mean success. Balance is where we're going to go with. And balance is sustainable. Balance is going to look different for everyone else, right? We cannot compare our balance, right? There's no universal balance. I am a wife, a mom, I homeschool, I have a home business, and I'm cultivating a coaching practice. My balance is going to look completely different than someone who sends their kids to public school or someone who doesn't have children or someone who loves to have pajama Saturdays with their cousins and does that on through the holiday season. Whatever your balance is, you get to pick it. No one else can pick that for you. And that's simply a choice, right? So we kind of talked about encouraging those small pauses, right? Encouraging the time in your workday and whether you're driving, those are all opportunities to kind of take some breaths and reset that nervous system, which is really going to get you far, right? And then you're not coming home like a zombie because, yeah, we don't want that. So if this is resonating, if we're having any questions, again, the beauty of me cultivating a coaching practice is that you can reach out. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. If this is something that you're I really want help in this, I don't want to have another crazy holiday season where I'm crazy mom, then send me a DM. Let's get on a call. Let's figure this out, right? I do whole coaching sessions on just helping people figure out their schedule, right? Because having someone figure that out, brilliant. Okay. So to have a calmer season and kind of bring this all back home, we're going to plan you time now. Plan your time now, holiday baking, shopping, cooking, wrapping. Oh my gosh, wrapping. Wrapping presents is the thing I look forward to the most. But then once I'm doing it, I'm ugh. But then have to really give myself a good reframe because we're creative individuals. I want to wrap those presents that are so beautiful and pretty. And that's the expectation I have. And I might do some of them that way, but then the other ones, whatever. So yeah, you must book out time for you. Plan your life now, plan what you want to do, check in with your partner, check in with your parents, plan it out. It's not too early. Okay. And then also too, holy cow, when will you decorate the salon? When will you decorate at home? Right? These are all the things that you got to put in that home time versus the salon time. Okay. Yeah. Let's see here. They're practical tools that one could do is use Sundays as a meal prep day, or I'm a big fan of grab and go bins. And this is true even just for prepping lunches for your kids. I tend to divide things up. If I have cheese sticks in my fridge, I'm going to rip those apart, right? If I have grapes, I take the grapes off, I wash them, I put them in baggies so my kids, my family can grab grapes quicker. This might be a season where I'm going to get individual packages versus big tubs, right? And I say that for Greek yogurt. I love to buy Greek yogurt, but I eat that in phases. So I'm going to get the small container of Greek yogurt versus the big tub that might go bad. Fitting in, making time for meal prepping, planning things out, planning out your grocery list. These are some things that are going to help you with a calmer season. I also feel holiday season grocery budgets are just higher. So that's one thing that I tend to do is I kind of start buying things earlier. So then it's not just one big giant grocery shop. Gosh, there's so many things I can you just tell my brain is going as we're talking? Because I'm like, well, shoot. Then there's also like when your kids are home for Christmas break, and then there's breakfasts and there's lunch, adding that in, like factoring that into your time now and like being prepared for it. When we're prepared for stuff, it doesn't catch us off guard, right? And preparation is going to look different for everyone, but yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I forgot about, your kids being home. So then that's breakfast and lunch. It's fine. We can do it. There's the other thing that we could do, which where we could have like a wind down ritual. Prioritizing sleep is a thing. Sleep is a part of the process of balancing your blood sugar. In other health nutrition podcasts that you listen to, I don't know if they talk about sleep, but when I started prioritizing my sleep, that was a game changer. And there's no magic pill for this. It's just a choice. So I tend to have a wind down ritual. I'll wash my face. I'll do my red light mask. I have an autoimmune struggle, so I like have to put this like weighted mask on my eyes, and then 10:30 I'm like I want to be asleep by 10:30. So all the things that we do before that is like in your quote wind down ritual where you can change clothes, stretch, dim the lights, drink tea, drink some water, take your supplements. And out of all of the things that one could do. So just keep in mind that the holidays aren't about surviving. They're about staying sane. They're about enjoying them. These are memories. It's about staying steady. And this is just encouragement to kind of keep up with or kind of stay ahead. Most likely, most of us are all mothers, like, or women where we're required to carry a lot of a mental load. So my whole objective is to help prep your brain to give you to forecast. We're forecasting together, right? And we should enjoy them. These are times that we won't ever get back. I know sometimes I don't know. This might be presumptuous and a little bit too intense to share in episode 3, but like I feel like life can get just a little bit routine and mundane, and we're on another holiday season. I feel like we just had one. But it is about slowing down and enjoying them, right? And unfortunately, we live in a world where we have to kind of be intentional about that slowdown. I don't think it just magically happens, right? Because what we don't want is we don't want to like in the holiday season with like a mound of responsibilities that we have to look over now. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's wrap this all up. I know I kind of rambled there a little bit. Our main ideas here are we have the salon life, we have our home life. And take some time, grab a cup of coffee, grab your planner, your tablet, whatever, and kind of map out what are the things that you want to do at home? What are the things you want to do at the salon? Think about shopping, decorating, cleaning, all of that stuff, and then make your plan from there. And this probably, I would suggest you do this like middle of November. Okay. I just pushed myself. I was going to launch this in December, but I was like, no, people need to know this sooner than December, because Thanksgiving, I mean, gosh, if you think about it, like Thanksgiving, then like Black Friday and like deals and stuff. And man, you could start thinking about shopping lists and kind of start prepping, right? Plan what is most important to you. Is that movement? Is that nutrition? Is it your mindset? Is it keeping your house clean? What are the things that are going to be your non-negotiables that you're going to prioritize? And we're going to plan those out. You're going to give yourself breaks to make sure that you get it done, right? Because you deserve it, right? For me, I want to prioritize what I'm going to eat and when I'm going to move my body, right? Because like 40 pounds isn't just going to fall off at 41 years old. All right. We're almost there. I'm like down like 17, but we're getting there, slow and steady. Yeah. So yeah. So pick one thing. Like here's a challenge. Just pick one thing to protect this week, whether it's your sleep, whether it's your hydration, your sanity, your nutrition, but plan it out. And then you got to do it. It's easy to plan. That's the fun part, but doing it is where it gets a little bit more fun. So to close with this, you deserve to feel grounded, encouraged, even in the busiest of seasons. Remember that you are a human being and your energy is the most valuable tool that you have. Okay. You cannot outrun a malnourished body. So feed yourself. And there's no reason to go through this holiday season hungry, hangry, because you deserve to eat. And we're going to make time for it. You're going to write it down. You're going to block it out. So I hope this is helpful. Even as I was talking, I got really excited. I got jazzed. Now I want to plan out my holiday season even more than I've already done. And then, yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do a podcast because then you're doing the thing. And then as you get to talking, you write out a script and you're like, well, wait a second. What about this? So things come up. So I'm excited for you and tell me about it. Jump into my DMs. Let me know what you think if you need any support. So it'll be good. Next week, we're going to talk about the buzzword of 2025, one of my favorite topics, the power of protein and how it can literally change your energy behind the chair. So once again, thank you so much for listening to episode 3 of the Energized Hairdresser. I am Ashley Jo Gillan, your hype girl and helper to support you, the hairdresser behind the chair. If you enjoyed this, head on over to the energizedhairdresser.com where there's a free energy. I have like a download for an energy boost to help you out in this busiest time. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Hey, friend, before you go, I just wanted to pop on here and say, come join us inside the Energized Hairdresser Collective. It's a community on Facebook where we take these conversations deeper and connect with other stylists working on their health, their mindset, and their habits. So I'd love to have you. It's a totally free community. Jump on over there and then we'll learn more. I can learn more about you. You can ask me questions. It's great. I can't wait to see you there.